If your woman does these 5 things, leave her. Some behaviors in relationships can be worked through, but others are absolute deal breakers, non-negotiable exits. If your woman does these 5 things, you need to leave. Not talk about it, not give her another chance, not try to fix it. Leave. Because these behaviors tell you everything you need to know about her character, her respect for you, and what your future together will be. By the end of this video, you'll know the 5 behaviors that should end a relationship immediately and why staying makes you complicit in your own destruction. Thing 1. She physically assaults you. Violence is never acceptable. If she hits you, slaps you, throws things at you, scratches you, pushes you, or physically assaults you in any way, you leave immediately. Society often minimizes male victims of domestic violence, making jokes or suggesting men should handle it. This is wrong. Violence is abuse, regardless of gender. Any physical violence means immediate exit. Hitting, slapping, scratching, pushing, throwing objects, all are assault. She's smaller than me is irrelevant. Abuse is abuse. The first incident is your exit signal, not a warning. Physical abuse escalates. It never gets better on its own. Your physical safety and dignity are non-negotiable. Don't let society minimize it. People will minimize female-on-male violence. What did you do to make her mad? Friends might laugh or suggest you deserved it or should control your woman. This is victim blaming. Don't internalize it. If the genders were reversed, everyone would tell her to leave immediately. Same applies to you. Violence against men is taken less seriously, but is equally unacceptable. She will do it again. Physical abuse isn't a one-time mistake. It's a pattern. Abusers apologize, cry, promise it'll never happen again, then repeat. The cycle of abuse is well documented. Tension, explosion, honeymoon period, repeat. Statistics show abusers don't stop without intensive intervention. You can't handle it or control the situation. The moment you defend yourself physically, you become the abuser in society's eyes. Police are more likely to arrest men even when they're victims. You can't win by staying. You can only protect yourself by leaving. If you're strategizing how to prevent her violence, you're in an abusive relationship. Why this is non-negotiable. No one who loves you will physically assault you. Violence demonstrates fundamental lack of respect and control. You deserve physical safety in your relationship. Children who witness domestic violence suffer lifelong trauma. If you have kids, leaving protects them too. The first time she hits you is the moment you should leave, not the 3rd, not the 10th. Mike's girlfriend Sarah had a temper. During arguments, she'd get physical, pushing him, slapping him, throwing things at him. Once she threw a glass that shattered against the wall near his head. Mike was 6 feet tall and athletic. Sarah was 5'4". Mike's friends joked about it. Can't handle your girl, bro? When Mike suggested leaving, his friend said, "You're gonna let a woman half your size drive you away?" Mike felt ashamed until he talked to a therapist who told him if a man was doing this to a woman, everyone would call it what it is, domestic violence. Gender doesn't change that. Mike realized he'd been minimizing abuse because society told him men couldn't be victims. Mike left Sarah. Years later, Mike learned Sarah's next boyfriend had filed a restraining order after she attacked him with a kitchen knife. The violence had escalated, as it always does. Mike had been lucky to get out when he did. So leave immediately. The first time she physically assaults you is the last time you see her. Document everything. Photos of injuries, texts, witnesses. Build evidence. File a police report. Even if you don't press charges, create a record. Tell people. Don't hide the abuse. Tell friends, family, create accountability, get support. Domestic violence services help male victims too. Use them. Never go back. No apology, no promise, no tears should bring you back to an abuser. Thing 2, she cheats on you. Betrayal destroys trust permanently. Infidelity is a fundamental betrayal that breaks the foundation of a relationship. If she cheats on you, physically or emotionally, the relationship is over. Not salvageable, not work-throughable. Over. The people who stay after cheating often regret it, living with resentment, destroyed trust, and the knowledge that she chose to betray them. Cheating reveals character, not circumstance. She didn't cheat because of problems in the relationship. She cheated because she lacks integrity, impulse control, and respect. Blaming you for her cheating is manipulation. She made a choice. Committed people don't cheat when relationships are hard. They communicate or leave. The character that allows cheating doesn't change. You'll never trust her again. Trust is the foundation of relationships. Once broken, it doesn't repair. You'll question everything: where she is, who she's with, what she's doing. Living with constant suspicion and checking her phone is torture. Men who stay after infidelity report years of paranoia and resentment. The relationship you had before is dead. You can't resurrect it. "We can work through this" is a trap. Couples therapy after infidelity often just delays the inevitable breakup. She'll promise it was a mistake, she'll change, you're the one she wants. But statistics show most relationships don't survive infidelity long term. Reconciliation requires the cheater to do massive work, most won't. True remorse versus regret at getting caught? Most cheaters just regret consequences. You deserve better than being someone's second choice. She chose someone else over you. That's the reality. Staying sends the message that you accept betrayal. You teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. If she cheated once, she can cheat again. The barrier is already broken. Forgiving cheating often leads to repeat cheating. When Jason discovered his girlfriend Amanda had been sleeping with her coworker for 3 months, he was devastated. Amanda cried, apologized, said it meant nothing, begged for another chance. Jason's mother told him, relationships can survive infidelity. You need to forgive and move forward. Jason tried. For 6 months, he and Amanda went to therapy. Amanda was on her best behavior. But Jason couldn't stop checking her phone. He'd panic when she was late from work. He questioned everything she said. The relationship had become his prison. He was a guard, constantly monitoring an inmate. Jason's therapist finally said, "You haven't forgiven her. You're just pretending and it's destroying you." Jason realized the relationship had died the moment Amanda cheated. He'd just been refusing to bury it. When Jason finally left, he felt relief. The woman he eventually married never gave him reason to doubt her. Jason wished he'd left Amanda the day he found out, instead of wasting months trying to resurrect something that was already dead. So end it immediately. Cheating is relationship death. Don't try CPR. Don't listen to promises. Her tears and apologies don't undo betrayal. Ignore people who pressure reconciliation. Forgiveness doesn't mean staying with someone who betrayed you. Get tested. If she cheated, protect your sexual health with STI testing. Cut contact completely. No friendship, no closure conversations. Clean break. Work on yourself. Process the betrayal in therapy so it doesn't poison future relationships.
Thing 3. She disrespects you publicly or emasculates you. Public disrespect and emasculation are relationship killers that reveal contempt and lack of respect. If she tears you down in front of others, mocks you, belittles your work or achievements, or treats you like you're stupid or incompetent in public settings, you need to leave. Private respect with public humiliation is impossible. Public humiliation is emotional abuse, making fun of you in front of friends, family, or strangers, rolling her eyes, sighing dramatically, or dismissing what you say in public, telling embarrassing stories designed to make you look bad. Public humiliation is designed to lower your status and control you. Partners who respect you protect your dignity, especially publicly. Emasculation kills attraction and respect, treating you like you're incompetent, stupid, or incapable, making decisions for you as if you can't be trusted, talking down to you or explaining basic things as if you're a child. When she emasculates you, she's telling everyone she doesn't respect you, including herself. You can't maintain attraction for someone you don't respect. She's destroying the relationship. It creates a pattern of contempt. Public disrespect becomes private disrespect. Once contempt enters a relationship, it spreads like cancer. The more she disrespects you, the less she values you. Gottman's research shows contempt is the strongest single predictor of divorce. Playful teasing versus contemptuous mockery, intent and impact matter. You can't build her up while she tears you down. Relationships require mutual respect and building each other up. If she's publicly tearing you down, she's sabotaging the relationship. You can't love someone into respecting you. If you're embarrassed to bring her around people because of how she treats you, the relationship is already over. Public disrespect escalates. It doesn't improve with time.
Why this is non-negotiable? Respect is fundamental. Without it, there's no relationship. Staying teaches her that disrespect is acceptable. Your dignity and self-respect matter more than maintaining a relationship. Children who see their father disrespected learn dysfunctional relationship models. If she repeatedly disrespects you publicly, despite your objections, leave. Every time they went out with friends, Brian's girlfriend Jessica would make him the butt of jokes. She'd tell stories about his failures, mock his job, dismiss his opinions in front of others. Once, at a dinner party, Brian was talking about a project at work. Jessica interrupted, "Oh, please, Brian, no one cares about your little spreadsheets." Everyone laughed uncomfortably. Brian felt humiliated. His friend pulled him aside later. "Man, why do you let her talk to you like that?" Brian realized he'd normalized disrespect. He'd told himself Jessica was just joking or honest, but there was nothing funny or honest about contempt. When Brian confronted Jessica, she said he was too sensitive. That's when Brian knew Jessica didn't respect him, and without respect, there was no relationship. Brian left Jessica. The woman he later married spoke about him with pride, not contempt. Brian realized what he'd been missing, a partner who built him up instead of tearing him down. So address it once clearly. The way you speak to me in public is disrespectful and unacceptable. Watch her response. Does she apologize and change, or justify and continue? If it repeats, leave. Second public humiliation is your exit cue. Don't accept just joking. Jokes shouldn't humiliate. If you're hurt, it's not funny. Prioritize self-respect. No relationship is worth sacrificing your dignity. Thing 4. She threatens you with false accusations or uses the legal system as a weapon. If she threatens to make false accusations, domestic violence, sexual assault, child abuse, or uses the legal system as a weapon to control or punish you, you need to leave immediately and protect yourself legally. This is one of the most dangerous situations a man can face because false accusations can destroy your life, career, and freedom. Threats of false accusations are abuse. I'll tell police you hit me when you didn't. I'll say you raped me to control or punish you. I'll tell them you abused the kids as manipulation. This is psychological terrorism designed to control you through fear. Anyone willing to make this threat is capable of following through. The legal system favors women in these situations. Police often arrest men first in domestic disputes, even without evidence. False accusations can result in restraining orders, job loss, custody loss. Proving innocence after accusation is nearly impossible. Damage is done. Even if proven false later, the accusation destroys reputations, careers, and relationships. The system is biased. Protect yourself by leaving and documenting. Document everything immediately. Record the threat where legal. Text and email evidence of her threats, witnesses who heard the threat. Start building evidence of your innocence before she can act. Documentation is your only protection if she follows through. Never be alone with her again. Always have witnesses when interacting. Use written communication only. Text and email creates records. Never enter her home or allow her in yours alone. If you're scared of being alone with your partner because of what she might accuse you of, you're in severe danger. Women who threaten false accusations often escalate to making them. Why this is non-negotiable? False accusations can destroy your entire life. This level of manipulation indicates severe personality disorder or malicious intent. No amount of love justifies risking your freedom and future. Men have gone to prison, lost children, lost careers over false accusations. The moment she threatens false accusations, you contact a lawyer and exit. During an argument, Tom's girlfriend Rachel said, "If you try to leave me, I'll tell police you hit me. Who do you think they'll believe?" Tom was stunned. He'd never touched Rachel. The threat hung over the relationship like a weapon. Tom was terrified. One false accusation could cost him his job, his reputation, his freedom. Tom consulted a lawyer who told him, "Document everything. Never be alone with her. Get out as safely as possible."
Tom started recording conversations legal in his state, keeping witnesses present and communicating via text only. When Tom finally left, Rachel made good on her threat. She told police Tom had assaulted her. But Tom had texts from Rachel threatening to do this exactly, recordings of arguments where no violence occurred, and witnesses. Police investigated and dropped it. Tom's lawyer said, "You're lucky you documented. Most men aren't that prepared." Tom realized Rachel was willing to send him to prison to control him. He'd escaped something far more dangerous than a bad relationship. So consult a lawyer immediately. Legal protection is essential. Document the threat. Record if legal. Save texts. Find witnesses. Never be alone with her. Always have witnesses. Exit safely with legal help. Don't just leave strategically with lawyer guidance. File report of threat. Create legal record that she threatened false accusations. Prepare for false claims. Gather alibi evidence, character witnesses, communication records. Before we get to the final thing, if this video gave you permission to prioritize yourself and leave a toxic situation, hit that subscribe button. We tell men the truth they need to hear, even when it's hard. Now let's talk about the last thing.
Number 5. She isolates you from friends, family, and support systems. Isolation is a hallmark of abusive relationships. If she systematically removes your support systems, driving away friends, creating conflict with family, making it difficult or impossible for you to maintain relationships outside of her, this is a massive red flag. Isolation serves two purposes. It makes you dependent on her for all emotional support, and it removes people who might notice the abuse and help you leave. She creates conflict with your friends and family, picks fights with your friends, creating drama until you distance yourself, makes seeing family difficult through complaints, guilt, or creating obligations, badmouths people important to you until you feel torn between her and them. Abusers isolate victims to increase control and dependency. Your support system is your safety net. She's cutting the net. You've lost relationships since being with her. Friends you used to see regularly have drifted away. Family relationships have become strained or distant. You realize you have no one to talk to except her. When the only person in your life is your partner, you're trapped. Isolation makes leaving harder and abuse easier. She monitors and controls your social interactions. She needs to know where you are always. She gets angry when you spend time with others. She makes you choose between her and everyone else. Control over social interaction is abuse, not love. Wanting to spend time together versus forbidding time with others, very different. She makes you feel guilty for having outside relationships. If you loved me, you'd want to spend all your time with me. Your friends are a bad influence, or your family doesn't respect our relationship. You care more about them than me. Guilt for normal social connection is manipulation. Isolation increases over time. First friends, then family, then coworkers. Why this is non-negotiable? Isolation is a precursor to escalated abuse. Without support system, you're vulnerable and trapped. Healthy relationships enhance your life, they don't replace it. Most domestic violence involves isolation as a control tactic. If you've noticed progressive isolation over months, leave before you're completely cut off from support. When Chris started dating Morgan, he had a close group of friends he'd known since college and a tight relationship with his parents. Within a year, all of that had changed. Morgan would pick fights every time Chris made plans with friends. "You're choosing them over me." Morgan would be cold to Chris's family, making visits uncomfortable until Chris stopped bringing her, then stopped going himself. Morgan needed constant attention, making Chris feel guilty for any time spent away from her. Chris's best friend finally said, "Man, we never see you anymore. She's isolating you." Chris realized he had no one left except Morgan. When Chris finally recognized the relationship was toxic and tried to leave, Morgan said,
Where are you going to go? You have no one but me. Morgan had engineered that exact situation. Fortunately, Chris reached out to the friends he'd abandoned. They welcomed him back and helped him leave. Chris learned, healthy partners want you to have rich, full lives. Abusive partners want you to have only them. So recognize isolation as abuse. This isn't love, it's control. Reconnect with people. Reach out to friends and family you've drifted from. Set boundaries. I will maintain relationships with people important to me. Watch her response. Does she respect boundaries or escalate control attempts? If isolation continues, leave before you're completely cut off from support. Use your support system to leave safely. Friends and family can help you exit. If you're in a relationship and something feels off, but you can't quite put your finger on it, watch our video on the 5 signs she's cheating that men always miss. Sometimes your gut is telling you something important. Trust it. Links in the description. These 5 things, physical violence, cheating, public disrespect, threats of false accusations, and isolation, are non-negotiable deal breakers. Not work on it issues, not maybe she'll change situations. These are pack your things and leave behaviors. If your woman does any of these things, the relationship is over. Not because you're giving up too easily, because she's shown you exactly who she is and you need to believe her. Love doesn't justify staying in situations that damage you. Self-respect means walking away from anyone who treats you this way. Look honestly at your relationship. Is she physically violent? Has she cheated? Does she disrespect or emasculate you publicly? Has she threatened false accusations? Is she isolating you from everyone else in your life? If you answered yes to any of these, you know what you need to do. Stop making excuses, stop hoping she'll change, stop convincing yourself it's not that bad. It is that bad, and it's time to leave. The pain of leaving is temporary. The damage of staying is permanent. If this video gave you permission to prioritize yourself and leave a toxic situation, subscribe to this channel. We tell men the truth they need to hear, even when it's hard. Drop a comment if you left a woman who did any of these things. Share what finally made you walk away. Your story might give another Nan the courage to leave. You deserve a relationship built on respect, loyalty, kindness, and mutual support. If your woman is violent, unfaithful, disrespectful, threatening, or isolating, she's not your partner. She's your problem. And the solution is walking away. Don't sacrifice your safety, dignity, or future for someone who doesn't deserve you. Leave. Build a better life. Find a better partner. You deserve it.